experiences were both positive and negative. Didn't matter if I accomplished what I had this whole while Hello everyone, hope you guys are staying safe within this period. It's your favorite girl Rosie, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my experiences while in the university. Yes, that's my experiences while in the university, and these experiences were both positive and negative. But bet me here, at the ending of it all, I guess the negative experience didn't matter if I accomplished what I went into the university to get. So guys, let's start. My first worst experience was on my first day in the University of Bamenda. I missed my first class. Yes, I missed my first class, and that class was a botany course, and I missed the class not because I wasn't in school, but because the halls were not rhyming. Like, I was on the timetable, I had this hall while the hall wasn't being used, so I had to move for a period of almost 30 minutes and an hour looking for the hall, and I just missed the class. So that was my first experience in the University of Bamenda, and that was seriously, it was not really a good experience, because like coming to the university, you want to be like the studious type. I was like, I want to get into this. Already missing your first course is just looking like you're playing time, which I wasn't. So, and that experience continued over just because Faculty of Science, we didn't have a lot of halls, so we always had to communicate the hall or change our hall. So that was my first and continuous problem for almost 2 years in the Faculty of Science. Then my second problem was communication between my lecturers and I. Our lecturers were mainly francophones teaching in English, and so they didn't have good English habits. So when they speak, you like what he's saying, you're not understanding. But in the long run, I turned to understand that I had to do personal research and learn things on my own, because that's the higher institute of learning. I was not in the secondary school, primary school. University was business, so I needed to give it my best. So I became hardworking, researching online. Yeah. So going to my third experience, that was my third worst experience, was the fact that I was having an orange network while our class coordinator had MTN network, and I didn't realize this for almost the whole semester. I wasn't being informed of courses and continuous assessment and time change, all of those stuff, because they just send these messages as a block, like a blockchain, like a group message, and I always didn't have these messages. So I turned to go late, or my friends would be there to tell me like, Rosie, this class have been changed. So that was like one of my worst experience before I had to change my network back to MTN, and that was just solving it, because in the university, any problem has a solution. So that was just the solution, and it was an easy solution, which I really didn't get that fast in my head to know that I had to change my number. Then the fourth experience was these practical courses. Since microbiology being dealing with microorganisms, we had to study a lot more in the practical. But being a new university, we didn't have the funds and the required lab settings to have all this research and all these practical sessions. But the solution to it was our lecturer, Madame, was so hardworking and so devoted to it. So she always used to give us special practical sessions, which she tells us to come with this, to bring our molds from home, we prepare most of our microorganisms, like we prepare most of the host for the microorganisms at home, and they will come in and they will like try to culture those microorganisms on plates in the laboratory. We use natural pots, all those stuffs, and it was achieving at the ending. That was the solution. And then my last problem in the University of Bamenda was at the ending. There was a strike, and that strike had to like end the education process for me if I wasn't serious and if I wasn't so strong emotionally, because there was a lot of gunshots, a lot of pain, a lot of fear in students, but we just had to brave through it and we had to overcome the obstacles. I personally overcome that obstacles with some of my classmates, and so achieving my goals, what I came into the university to have. So those were my worst experiences in the University of Bamenda. So let's get to my good experience. The first good experience was that I achieved my goal going into the University of Bamenda. So for me, it was the most important thing in life. You set goals for yourself, goals, you don't give up on the goals, you work hard to the goals. So that was it. Then my second good experience was we had a lot of clubs, and like us as students were friendly. We had discussions. I had a lot of I made good friends that up to today I have, and also I enjoyed the atmosphere. Like my university life was, for me, was a good experience so far. So that was the second experience, making friends and having a good time and interacting with others, both in clubs in school like the Civil Genetics Club and other activities which we participated. Then I had also the third good experience was we had clubs. We had Dean's Cup, which people played football, many sport activities and cultural activities. So it was just like those activities brought us closer to each other and made us to be happy being students of the Faculty of Science, and us watching our classmates play football, especially Adeline playing and all of my other friends playing. It was such joy and such happiness. And then the other good experience which I had in the University of Bamenda was I turned to be hardworking at the ending. Like it gave me the pull to learn to do things on my own, not like personally on my own, but to learn to be hardworking, to learn to research a lot, especially with my research project, which was based on diabetes and phytochemistry of natural plant extracts. So with that research project, it made me realize I could attain anything in life if I put in my best and if I try to work hard. So guys, that was just my experience in the university. I hope you picked some words and you learned something from this video, especially to learn that with life you shouldn't give up. You should keep pushing until you attain your goals. No matter the obstacles which you find, you just have to achieve your goal. Thanks for watching this video, guys.